Hi, it's Clint Leonard with Leonard Truck and Trailer. I'm here with Jesse Gentile from Gentile Performance Horses. Jesse's family have been a long time clients of Leonard Truck and Trailer. They trust us for all their trailer needs. I've personally known Jesse probably since 8, 9 years old.
8, 9 years old.
When he started showing horses with Rich Beitelshees, a former employee of Leonard Truck and Trailer. And we got a really special trailer. I think I did a walk around on it without Jesse, but we're here at the 2025 All-American Quarter Horse Congress, and we thought we'd give you a little tour on this trailer while Jesse's here and have his input on the design process, because this is truly a unique trailer that we did a lot of customization. And quite frankly, a lot of companies wouldn't be able to provide the customization that Cimarron does. So we'll walk through here and show you what we've done. So Jesse, how many versions of this trailer did we draw before we actually come down with the final plan?
Oh, a lot. There's a lot. We just kind of told you the basics that we wanted, and then you took it from there and thought of things that we didn't even realize were possible. And you'd work on stuff for a while and then send us over a version. And
we had to go to dinner and have a crown,
yeah,
talk about it.
But he put a lot of time and thought into this to get everything exactly how we wanted, and things that I didn't even know were possible. So
this trailer is, you see a lot of these trainer tacks. We did it a little different. We did not put shelves in here because the shelves are hard to access. We used that room over in the dressing room area. We've got the swing out blanket bars, so it's easy to put the blankets on. Thing that we like about this trailer, now it's high because it's unhooked from the truck and we didn't drop it for the video, but this allows you to put the saddles right here, and you can actually pull the saddles other than the high ones. You can pull them off without stepping in and out of the trailer. And people don't realize when you're loading up to go to a show, or at the end of the show, really, when you're loading this stuff, you're already tired. Now you got to drive home from Tulsa to Ohio. We want to make this loading as simple and as easy as possible. A lot of this stuff we did on this trailer, we designed around the items that they take, like the blankets.
And how we load them and unload them, and the order.
In the order that we, yes.
So, I like this because we haul around a bunch of non-pros, and they've all got saddles, so we can haul 12 saddles in here, and we've got 4 in the back, so we can haul 16 saddles. And we still have plenty of room for our bridles and cinches.
Another thing that we did on this trailer is every door has a keyless entry,
which we love. I hate having to keep track of a key.
You don't need a key, you just need a code. We're not going to show you the code, so we don't put it out there on the internet, but really a time saver. We've all went and, the keys are in the truck. They're in somebody's pocket. You left it on a golf cart. They run back to get another load. There you stand. So this is a big time saver, and we're doing that more and more on these trailers. We put a single door on this trailer on the hip side, and then we did something here with the divider. We put a solid stud divider and a solid shoulder divider that goes all the way back to the wall on the hip. Why'd we do that? One, Jesse hauls a lot of different horses, so if he's got a fractious one, a stud maybe that isn't real good around the other horses, gets them up here, gets them isolated. The other thing this does, they don't need 8 horses. It allows them to use this as another mid-tack. They can stack hay, buckets, scooter, whatever they're going to take to the show. Gives them a more versatile use of that first stall.
Air ride.
Yeah, we did triaxle. I'm a big proponent of triaxle. I know there's some videos out there that are saying that tandem is the way to go. I honestly don't believe that. We also sell heavy equipment trailers, and we do triaxles on things that haul 75 ton. So if triaxle is good enough for that, it's certainly good enough for this trailer. We did a spread on this one, and we did electric over hydraulic disc brakes. Absolute optimum stopping. We did 19.5 rubber. Why do I like 19.5 rubber? Higher load range, higher speed rating. less revolutions per minute, so you get less bearing wear. Smaller tires are going to turn faster. We all know when you're going down the highway at night and you'll set the cruise probably a little above the speed limit. When you go over a speed rating on a tire, it decreases by 50% that quick. That's why we get a lot of problems with tires.
And it stops great. Like this trailer is a lot bigger than the last trailer I had, and it stops easier and better than any trailer I've had, even though it's bigger and heavier. So
you notice that we got a lot of height here in the fenders. That's because this also has air ride. So what it does is it has an air flex system made by Dexter. It has the traditional torsion axle, just like everybody else's trailer, and then we put air ride over top of that. You lose your air ride, you're not stranded. You've still got 2.5 inches of travel, just like your standard torsion ride 8,000-pound axles, but the ride is significantly better for your horses. Takes some bridges, all the jouncing, and really the horses come off the trailer a lot fresher.
And I love that for loading and unloading, you let the air out of that air ride system, and it lowers the whole trailer about 6 inches or so. And it doesn't sound like much, but when you're loading and unloading everything from that trailer, that makes a huge difference instead of having to reach up and pick stuff up.
Now, Jesse and Stephanie went with the side load, and that gives us some options on the back here. This has become more and more popular. I would say we probably do about 60% of our living quarters today are done like this, and more of the trainer trailers are doing it. We pay a lot of attention to ergonomics. So a lot of companies just barely make this ramp. They come here and they stop. I make them run it to the back of the trailer. Why do we do that? When that horse comes off as a diagonal, he steps off here. If this ramp was this long, he's going to come off and step at a point here, and it's going to be a big step. Totally eliminates the reason why you put a ramp on. The other thing about Cimarron, they do a great job with their telescoping and dividers. This divider is hinged, it's heavy duty, and then it folds back out of the way. So when you're unloading these horses, you got unimpeded access to this rear door. We put a little bit of bigger door on this. Of course, we put cameras in this trailer. He can monitor his horses going down the road on his truck. We are coming out with a new camera system that will be outside all 4 sides of the trailer going down the road. So it helps you going in and out of driveways and gas stations.
And the spring assist is really nice. This picks up really easy.
Now this rear tack, Jesse, what do you use this for?
A little bit of everything. So we store, you can see, when we're not hauling a bunch of extra saddles and we fit the 12 in the front, I keep just kind of lots of odds and ends. You see a lot of extension cords. I've got a battery charger. We keep our like pitchforks and brooms and just kind of all bunch of odds and ends.
I've got catch all.
I've got like my roadside type stuff. I've got jacks and straps and all that kind of stuff. But when we go to some of the bigger shows that we take all of our non-pro customers, it is so nice having this swing out saddle rack. Makes it easier to load and unload. I love that part. Of
course, we did the got the easy glide ladder. Makes it a lot easier. It's got a haypod on it.
This part's super handy. We can put wheelbarrows up there. You're not having to go straight up and down the side of the trailer.
You notice we hinge the gate at the top so you can open that gate. Makes it easier to put that manure cart up there, turn it upside down, you can tie it down.
And just loading and unloading hay, we can take the bucket or the forklift on the tractor and lift the hay up and drive it right in and not have to mess around with getting it over the side.
As long as you put the ladder in.
Yeah.
This rear tack is something that I've designed over the years. These shelves all fold up.
This is one of my favorite parts of the trailer.
So the shelf folds up out of the way, and then you can have a tall room if you take a big refrigerator to a show or anything. Plus it allows you to do the shelves independently, so you can still keep that upper shelf and fold this one up out of the way. Or like they got it set up right now, you can see how they put their buckets.
We haul buckets or hose carts. I mean, because we'll haul like 60 buckets at a time. We've got totes that we fit in there, and even the spacing. Like, he asked us how big the totes are that we normally use to haul our hooks and electrical and like all that stuff that we haul around, and we can fit 2 stacked on top of each other, and so that's how they measured that to fit that. And then if we do have something taller, like, I mean, this is so cool to me how that shelf just folds up, and they both do that, so you have a big area. Like, I love this compartment.
When we designed this, we probably had 60 call outs on this trailer with things like we determined what the distance was, how big a lip we put on it, because we didn't want to have to fight that box in there, the totes that they use. So that's the kind of things that, when you buy off of us, my wife and I show horses. I've been in the horse trailer business for my entire life, and I don't want to tell you how old I am, but the difference is we use the trailer. And like Jesse alluded to earlier, he said, you come up with things that I didn't even think of. Well, I use it. I've loaded it. I've done everything that he's doing.
And this part's great. Love these. Not having to walk around doors that swing out and don't stay open, and you're always whacking into them. Like, these, we've had more compliments and comments on these doors than probably anything else, because they are so handy.
And they shut good.
Yeah.
Now, what do you put in this room here, Jesse?
So this is our kind of main grooming supply area, tack storage, and Stephanie's main saddle pad storage area. This was one of my wife's requests. We haul around a lot of saddle pads. This isn't even half of them. Half of them are set up at our stalls right now. But we put our groom carts, our chairs go under there. We put some of our racks. Popcorn machine goes in the front.
Oh, it goes in the front,
but,
okay.
Yep, so we measured out. He asked, that goes in the front too. Groom bags, we have multiple groom carts. They have hooks in the front, and then all the pads. So like, he talked to my wife, like, hey, how many pads do you haul? Like, what's the spacing? Because you don't want just one shelf to where you've got 30 pads all stacked up and then you can't get the bottom ones out. So they spaced it to where you're only fitting probably 8 pads on each one, so you can get each one in and out a lot easier.
Well, I think we based it on what she could comfortably lift up and slide in, so she could take them off in bundles instead of dragging 3 and 4 and fighting them back and forth.
So lots of storage, as you can see. We haul around a lot of stuff. Nice big dressing room. We haul around washing machine, freezer, fridge, bunch of tables, popcorn maker. We've got all kinds of stuff we haul around, and then we've got the whole nose that we can fit more pads in. And we actually added it later because we still ran out of space for pads, so they continued that shelf, our hat can shelf, all the way around to the front nose, and you can see there's still pads in there. So we actually have 2 layers of storage in that nose, and that's made a huge difference because you're not having to climb up in there and stack stuff on top of each other, or just putting it all on the flat part of the nose, and then you kind of have that dead space above that. So we have a shelf that goes halfway up, and that has been so handy, and my wife loves that.
And that's something that we actually fabricated after the trailer come in and after they used it. So we have the capability. I've got 3 people on staff that worked for me when I owned an actual trailer manufacturing business. I've got those guys on staff. So we can build all these things. We add hay pods, hay racks, install ramps. We can do organizational stuff like this right in our shop. So we've got 13 techs working there. We've got a whole parts and service department, $750,000 worth of parts in stock at all times. So we're set up to provide you service after the sale, which that's the most important part of it.
And that's really cool because, again, for as much design and thought and time and everything and how great it was when we got it, after you use it a few times, there's always little things that you're like, man, I wish there was a hook right here. Well, you take it in and they've added a bunch of hooks all over and that shelf, and that is really handy that they're able to do all that. So
one other thing that we did on this trailer is we put the shocker hitch on it. Again, this is a big trailer, and we're hauling this with a 450. Tows it really well. I mean, it rolls good because of that large rubber, but everybody that's got pulled a big gooseneck like this, you can tell them what it was like going over a bridge.
Oh yeah, it'll jolt you back and forth, and I mean, that's just a lot of weight back there. So Clint recommended I get it with that, and I'm glad I did, because that's made a huge difference. It's a way smoother ride. After you adjust that airbag can, for smaller trailers it can go way down, and we upped it a lot, and it smooths out the whole ride. It's great. So
Well, that pretty much sums up, Jesse. You got any other thoughts or anything you do different on this trailer now that you've used it for almost a
no, I
year?
mean, we've talked about it. I tell you all the time, like, I don't know what more you could want as far as for our setup and how we go to horse shows and everything we pack and haul. I mean, it's got everything. Like, I don't know that there's anything else I would do different. And anything that when we got it we did want a little different or added, they took care of it. So we love it. It's made such a difference, and you don't think about a lot of the little things like the loading and unloading time. Everything has a place, and you can get to everything individually. Whereas like our old trailers, yeah, you might be able to stuff stuff in there, but it's stacked on top of each other. You're having to dig through stuff to get out the one piece you need before you can put something else in.
Well, I think Stephanie said
And
it took
oh,
your loading time down over an hour.
oh, at least.
So you take
So
that, an hour going to and an hour coming
yeah,
back, 2 hours. You do that 4 times. That's 8 hours out of your life that you
yeah,
got back if you
yep,
go to 4 shows a month. So,
yep,
anytime we can make it more efficient for our clients, that's what we're here to do, and that's why we like to build custom units. Well, Jesse, appreciate you taking the
Thank
time.
you.
As always, we appreciate your
Yep,
business.
appreciate it.
Good luck in the fraternity.
Thank you.
Draw 47,
I'm draw 27.
27.
27 in the finals.
All
Yep.
right. Thank you.
Thanks.